Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode about critical and logical thinking. In a previous episode, I have presented how to convert a current reality tree, which is a problem, to a future reality tree, which is a potential solution, and I warned that I leave what is called negative branch reservation out of the process, which is not a recommended practice. Therefore, in this sequel, I'll check for possible unexpected new undesirable effects that my proposed injection could trigger. In order to follow my explanation, if you haven't watched the previous episodes, I recommend you to pause this one and watch the previous episodes first. Links to these episodes are in this video description. I'm Christian Hohmann, consultant, author, blogger, YouTuber, and your host for this episode. A quick reminder, when building a future reality tree, or FRT, a solution is injected to a string of cause and effect in order to neutralize it. If there is no check about a potential new problem created by the injected solution, it could be that, ironically, the solution to the first problem creates a new one, potentially worse. That would be ironic indeed. The good practice is to assess if a new unexpected new undesirable effect can be created in what is called a negative branch, which is a string of cause and effect. Let's check this for all 4 injections in the future reality tree. Injection 1 is explaining when necessary why prices went up. This combines with the surgical masks are too expensive, as the customers say, and the fact that customers are looking for now scarce surgical masks. The outcome is customers have no resentment against our company if they think our company makes extra profit in this global surgical mask shortage situation. Customer may not totally buy our explanation or instantly stop being disappointed, but I cannot see any unexpected new undesirable effect being created from injection 1. Of course, if you feel differently or see such a potential undesirable effect emerging, please share your thoughts in the comments. Injection 2 is we propose alternatives to surgical masks like mouth shields, mouth guard or cloth masks. We know that this solution may not be as good as surgical masks, but better than nothing at all. Injection 2 does not let our customer without any solution to the mask shortage and can potentially buy us some time to come up with a creative new alternative to surgical masks. One potential negative branch could develop like this. If, injection 2, we propose alternatives to surgical masks, and if customers are satisfied with alternatives to surgical masks that we do not sell, then customers stop buying our surgical masks. If customers stop buying our surgical masks, then we lose a portion of our turnover and profit, which is obviously an undesirable effect. In order to trim this negative branch before it can lead to the undesirable effect, something must be done at injection 2 level or soon after. We can either change injection 2 or add a neutralizing injection afterwards. The wording of injection 2 should be changed to indicate we suggest temporary alternatives that are probably not as efficient and cheap as our surgical masks at their regular price. But we also advise to revert to surgical masks as soon as the shortage is solved. Another or additional injection is to sell the alternative solution like mouth guards. I change injection 2 to injection 2A. We propose to sell alternative solutions to surgical masks. This will not prevent all customers from looking for solutions elsewhere, but we can expect the customer trusting our company to buy the proposed alternatives. Injection 3, we set up a task force for answering calls and visiting customers. This is easily said, but who is the task force? If it is formed by some of our employees, those will be distracted from their regular tasks and the backlog may build up. I leave it to you to imagine the consequences of a backlog. I'll stop my example here. If the task force is made of temporary hires, we need to train them, but also to pay them extra in a situation where our turnover will be negatively impacted by the surgical masks shortages. Here are the two negative branches. I let you read them. You know how to read them. If then, bottom up. Again, we must either change the original injection or inject further preventive conditions to neutralize these two potential negative branches. I will not elaborate further, I assume you understand the process. I leave injection 4 for you to assess if a negative branch could develop or not. This is your homework and assignment. Give injection 4 a thought and report in the comment if you think it's okay, or if not, what kind of unexpected, undesirable effect could unfold. Now, wrapping up. When injecting a solution into a current reality tree, more broadly when coming up with a solution to a problem, the good practice is to check if the cure doesn't make the initial problem worse or create new problems. This crucial step in the problem-solving process is too often omitted, overlooked. In the logical thinking process, checking for so-called negative branches is part of the process. As it is done with the future reality tree, or FRT, we used to say that the FRT is a tabletop model to probe the quality of our proposed solution prior to rolling it out and without harming the system. I hope you found interest and value in this episode. If so, please give it a thumbs up, as it will help others to find it and make me happy. Share it to support my work. Thank you for your interest.